the individual's name was Wilfred Pember. He joined the Royal Navy as a boy seaman in 1918 and ended up being loaned to the Royal Canadian Navy let's see here, in 1929, I guess. And then, so he was a regulating petty officer first, and then he was made a Master at Arms, so a Chief Petty Officer rank in 1935. Masters at Arms, because of their unique role as the disciplinarians in ships and shore establishments, were given the authorization to wear a frock coat, which was normally only worn by officers and warrant officers. So you can see the 3 buttons here showing the rank of Chief Petty Officer. You'll see it's a single-breasted frock coat. Officers would have worn a double-breasted frock coat. And the trade badges on the lapels indicate Master at Arms. It would have also been worn with just a plain leather sword belt, so not a fancy sword belt like this one here, but it would have had the buckle with the laurels and the naval emblem on it. But he would have also worn a special Master at Arms sword, which was very similar to the naval officer's sword that you see here, except it didn't have the lion head pommel, and it had a black fish skin grip instead of the white. Also, another interesting thing about this uniform is we made here in Victoria, at a place on Fort Street called the Furnace, or Farns, something like that. So, obviously there were, when people were required to purchase their own uniforms, there were many more naval tailors about, even in places like Victoria, who could turn out a beautiful piece of kit like this for people in the local area. Although many officers still, would go to Geeves in London or Portsmouth to get their uniforms made. And so William Pember obviously stayed on in the Navy during the war. He was the Master at Arms in Halifax at the start of the war. In Stadacona, he was promoted to a warrant officer. And then later in the war, I think around 43, he was promoted to Lieutenant at Arms. And then after the war, Lieutenant Commander at Arms. And he was given the member of the Order of the British Empire for his services during the war, doing regulating duties in Halifax. Which is the high waist coat with gold buttons during the day and with a tie. And interesting thing about these round jackets is they were never buttoned up. They were left open like this. And then for evening dress, we were worn with a blue evening waistcoat and a bow tie, wing collar shirt, of course. So the midshipman's rank here. So he would have got this uniform belonged to William McCully.